Good morning, podcast community. Yes, the echo effect. You're going to get daily encouragement. If you like it, listen to it. If you don't, pass it on to somebody that might like it. So, what do I mean by the echo effect? It's so important in how we frame personal development. We're on the personal development podcast, so it's appropriate to talk about the echo effect. We're going to talk about building relationships. And why is it important to build them? Because relationships are everything in your life, in your business. But if you're not intentional about building them, have you called the person? Have you checked in with the person? Have you invested in a person? If your answers are not positive, then you're not building relationships. Relationships change too. You might have somebody you grew up with, but you've grown apart. And there may be different paths you're on. That's fine. You can establish new ones and you can wind down older ones because the time you spend building relationships is key. So be intentional about building. You haven't called somebody that you know, because you can fly by the week and go, what happened? The week went by and you were just busy doing whatever. And that happens in an environment that kind of distracts us, keeps us busy. You talk to somebody and go, how you doing? Oh man, I am slammed. I'm busy. Well, I'll equate it back to a football player, Tom Brady. You ever watch him craft his comebacks on the field? You think he's busy? He's strategic about how he does things. And you almost have to take the same mindset. You need to be intentional about building those relationships. And the only way you build it is to invest in them, to talk to people. Just saying, oh, I should have called him or her, that's not good enough. Texting is okay, but hey, texting doesn't have the human voice, doesn't have the same way of communicating. You got to talk to people. And if you're busy, audio text them because it's your voice coming through. You have ways of communicating, but think of building your relationships. Now, we're going to be starting Workshop Wednesdays in June. Why will we do this? We want to get people together. We want to build community, a safe community, a community of givers, a community that helps each other. So on a weekly basis here at Overture, we will get together at lunchtime. And then if you want to actually go out to lunch with somebody you met at the Wednesday workshop, we'll teach for a little bit. We'll have some interaction and we'll have a chance for you to get to know your other podcasters. You can bring a guest. Max is about 30 people maybe. It's a movie room, but we can still get a decent amount of people in there. But we'll be registering on Meetup, and so you'll be able to know if there's capacity for you to come. But if you've been a guest on the podcast, you're welcome to come and bring a friend that you want to connect to our community, get to know our community, want to give in our community. So those are the two things I want to emphasize today. Build community, be intentional about it. Now, somebody might say, hey, I'm busy on Wednesday. Okay, that's fine. Don't come. But schedule a time when you could be in the Kennesaw area at Overture. Schedule a time to meet other people, grow relationships, build relationships, be intentional about building. Now we're going to go to the advertising. Okay, this is what I've been waiting for. All right, so it's coming up. Ken Kington's coming to town. Well, he lives in town, but he's coming to Grace Church. So the 22nd of May, we want you to have a date with your mom and dad. So if you're my age, aging, and you have a senior parent, bring them. Laugh. Come to Grace right here. Grace is right by Town Center, 6 o'clock on the 22nd. That's a Wednesday. So if you're a Wednesday churchgoer, you can still go to church. You'll just laugh a little bit more. Maybe you go to a church that you laugh. I don't know. But hey, if you have to go to church on Wednesday, come on to Grace Church. Ken Kington will be our featured comedian. He will rock the house. Now, right here, this QR code. If you've never heard Ken or you want to hear, you want to laugh again, go scan that QR code. You'll hear him up at the Dry Bar up in Salt Lake City doing 46 minutes of gut-wrenching laughter. Now, who else is on the card? Well, yeah, I'm glad you asked. Larry Hauser, he's one of us. He's going to be starting us off at 6. And then Melissa's a rising star in the comedy ranks. Yes, she's 5 years plus into comedy, loves it, and does this on a regular basis, but she does have another job. And she has 2 jobs, actually. She's raising her boys and going to being a PT president, or I think she just wind down the 2 years at the International School right on Cobb Parkway. Okay, let me get back to the event. All right, here's the event right here, 22nd, 6 o'clock. Tickets are $15. You can buy groups of 10 for $10 a piece. So you want to you have a big family? Bring all the kids. Clean comedy. You don't have to worry about being embarrassed. So here we are. Ken right there, man. He's great. He'll be there. So have a fun date. Now, why would you want to come besides laughing and having a date with your mom and dad? You're going to be able to hang out with some of our trusted vendors, people that care about your mom and dad, people about making sure you're aware of what the resources are at this event. They'll have tables. We'll have a little bit of food. So you can come right after work, pick your mom and dad up, get off work early a few minutes if you're in traffic. Come on down. It's first come, first serve. So we'll sell a decent amount. We'll fill the house. But if you come at 6:30, don't expect to get a seat. Because not only will you miss Larry and Melissa, but you won't be able to sit down. You want to come early, get your seat, get settled in, get your mom and dad there, pick them up, have a date with them, enjoy an evening with your mom and dad. At 6:30, you'll be able to meet some of our trusted vendors. These are people that care for your mom and dad, and they'll be there. We'll have our first resource book available, so you'll be able to have a printed. Yes, printed. You can touch and feel it. And we'll have their stories in it. Podcasts will be in there. So you'll be able to kind of get to know who is out there that can help you when things change in your mom and dad's life. So, hey, we'd love to see you. And certainly, let me go to this. Let me give you a little bit of plug here. Go to podcasterpetecane.com. First link on the link tree is how to get tickets. If it's not set up right now, it'll be set up in a few minutes or this morning. Or call me if you have any questions. Call me. And certainly, you can see all the podcasts on Spotify. Yes, you heard it, Spotify. So you can listen in the car to your favorite vendor, the stories of your favorite vendor. The stories. See, everybody has a story. So we look forward to having you there. Share this with your friends. Let them know about it. You don't want to be, hey, wish I would have known about Ken. Yeah, well, you do. Share it with them. Spread the word. Get it out there. When you hear Larry and Melissa and Ken in one night, you're not going to be the same. you'll be probably having to do something because you'll be laughing so hard. So we'll introduce our podcasters from 6:30 to 7. We have 30 podcasters that will be featured, and they'll be regular times every week. So if you're interested in health and fitness, nutrition, mindset, there's various topics. The comedy podcast, the baseball guys podcast, there's 30 of them. So you can see which ones you're interested in, and you'll know which times that they'll be live. Thank you so much. We look forward to having you there. And if you have any questions, feel free to reach out. Podcast Pete, keep it moving. What is the old saying? Movement is medicine. So keep moving. Thank you.